Good morning, students. Welcome back to Biology class, Chapter 3, Plant Kingdom, Part 3. Chlorophyll bearing organisms are called plants. Kingdom Plantae are grouped into considering morphological, anatomical, cytological characters, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Today we are going to discuss about the pteridophytes. Pteridophytes include horsetails and ferns. Pteridophytes are used for medicinal purpose and as soil binders. They are also frequently grown as ornamentals. Evolutionarily, they are the first terrestrial plants to possess vascular tissues. Terrestrial plants means the land plants. Vascular tissues means conducting tissues, xylem and phloem. Xylem conducting the water and phloem conducting the food. So the pteridophytes are also called vascular plants because it possesses first terrestrial plants. It possesses the vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. Pteridophytes are found in cool, damp, shady places, though some may flourish well in sandy soil conditions. Pteridophytes, the plant body, the main plant body is a sporophyte plant which is differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. These organs possess well differentiated vascular tissues, that is the xylem and phloem. The leaves in Pteridophyta are small leaves are called microphyls. Micro means small, phylls, Phylls. Phylls means the leaves. Microphyls are present in the Selaginella, that is a group of plants, and large leaves are present in the pteridophytes are called macrophyls, as in ferns. Ferns are the example for the macrophyls. The sporophyte bears sporangia that are subtended by leaf-like appendages called sporophylls. Sporangia contains the spores that is present in the leaves. So such leaves are called sporophylls. In some cases, sporophylls may form distinct compact structure called strobili or cones. Example, Selaginella equisetum. The plants in the tip region, it is a cone-like structure is present, is called strobili or cones. The sporangia produces spores by meiosis in spore mother cells. The spores germinate to give rise to inconspicuous, small but multicellular, free-living, mostly photosynthetic, green color, thalloid gametophytes is called prothallus. Free-living pteridophyte, that is contains the gametophytes. Gametophytes means gametes are present. Prothallus, that is called the prothallus. These gametophytes require cool, dampy, shady places to grow. Because of this specific restricted requirement and the need for water for fertilization. So these plants also, group of plants also, that is also require the water for the fertilization. The spread of living pteridophytes is limited and restricted to narrow geographical regions. The gametophytes bear male and female sex organs. Okay, gametophyte means the gametes are present in the plants. The male sex organ is called Antheridia and the female sex organ is called archegonia or the archegonia. Water is required for transfer of antherozooids. Antheridia is producing the flagellated antherozooid. The male gametes released from the Antheridia is called antherozooids. To the mouth of archegonium, fusion of male gamete with the egg produced from the present in the archegonium result in the formation of zygote, male and female fusion forming the zygote. Zygote thereafter produces a multicellular, well-differentiated sporophyte plant, which is the dominant phase of pteridophytes. Dominant means that is more is present in the pteridophytes. In majority of the pteridophytes, all the spores are of similar types. Such plants are called homosporous. See that one? Morphologically similar types of the spores are called homosporous. Homo means the same sporous. Genera like Selaginella and Salvinia, which produce two types of the spores. Macro, that is meaning large, and micro, small spores, are known as heterosporous. See that one? In Selaginella and Salvinia produces two types of the spores, macro and the microspores. This is called heterosporous. The megaspores and microspores germinate and give rise to female and male gametophyte respectively. The female gametophyte in these plants are retained on the parent sporophyte for variable periods. The development of the zygote into young embryos takes place within the female gametophyte. This event is a precursor to the seed habit, considered an important step in evolution. Precursor means starting for the seed production. See that one? The algae are present in the aquatic. Then the bryophytes are known as the amphibians of the plant kingdom. Again, little more developed ones, pteridophytes. Vascular tissues are present. Xylem and phloem is present, that are present in the land plants. Next, the pteridophytes are further classified into four classes. First one, Psilopsida, example Xylotum. Second, Lycopsida, example Selaginella, Lycopodium. Third point, Sphenopsida, the class Sphenopsida, example Equisetum. And the last class, fourth one, Pteropsida, example Dryopteris, Pteris and Adiantum. Thank you.